Hey guys, I'm Evan.
I'm Rebekah.
And today we're going to be finally working in the garden. Everything has been very busy.
Yeah.
So we have not done anything to the garden yet. Actually, last night we took the solar panels down. So the solar panels aren't here no more. We've taken that temporary array down. And today we're going to rip everything out so that we can kind of start fresh. So when we first came out, Rebekah went to check on the baby ducks.
And they were gone from the fire pit. There's 4 baby ducks. There's 2 yellows, which I figure they're Pekings, and there's 2 others that look like crosses. But I started looking for her, and they're all the way on the other side of the pond, so they obviously swam over there.
Yeah, so I think it was, what, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
2 days ago they hatched, and we'll go ahead. I'll put some footage up. Rebekah took some footage of the actual, after they were hatched out under the mama duck. And we've been kind of keeping an eye on them, and today she finally took them out on the pond. Now, I know a lot of people are worried that the water will be bad for them, so you know that the mama duck will put her oil.
Yes. So ducks that are raised by their mamas the mother coats them in the oil from her.
It transfers probably from her feathers onto the...
Yeah, so that makes them buoyant so they won't sink.
Well, it makes them waterproof.
And if you raise baby ducks yourself, they cannot be in water. They will drown. I think it's like 8 weeks you have to wait before you let them get into water.
So last year we had probably like 8 or 9 ducks get hatched out, and only 2 survived. So we think a lot of them probably got ate by like bass and some big fish. But since we had the fish kill off last year, they probably got a better chance of surviving. And we still got another duck that's sitting on a nest that should hatch out any day now.
Yep.
So she made her nest here in the fire pit, and you can see the eggs right there that didn't hatch. So it looks like 6 didn't hatch, and she had at least 4 hatch. But they are moved out, and they're on the pond out here swimming right now. So right here's the other mama duck. She's puffing at me. She ought to have some hatch out here pretty soon, because she started sitting just a few days after the other one. Well, hopefully the ducks will come up here back to this side and we can get a better look at them. Right now Rebekah's thinking one of them's missing. She thinks there should be 2 yellows.
Yeah, there were 2 yellows and 2 brown and yellow ones. So the yellow ones are real easy to see on the pond. She's all the way on the other side, and I can see 1 yellow duckling very easily, but I have not seen a second one.
Yeah, so yeah, if we end up seeing them on the shore, we'll see if we can get a count on them, see if there's still 4. Well, we're gonna go ahead over to the garden, see if we can start tearing out all that fabric. Well, you can see all the weeds growing through the holes in the fabric that we normally put our plants in, but we got all these big staples we got to pull out of here so that we can pull all this up. Some of this we can save and reuse, but I've got some new fabric this year that's bigger. We got some big staples. These are homemade, and they definitely hold the fabric down. The wind definitely can't pull it up with these. These weeds are already putting seeds down. It's crazy. Here, let me show you this. They like if you touch them, the seeds just like go everywhere. They like explode. Hopefully you can see this. Just like I'm getting hit in the face with these things. All it takes is you brushing against them, and seeds go everywhere. So this fabric has a bunch of weeds on it. If you get any dirt on this stuff on the surface like that, you will get weeds to grow just in that little amount of dirt. And like I said, I got new fabric, so we'll probably pull this out of here, put this in the pole barn to dry out, and then all these plants will die, and then all this will knock off a lot easier. So if the plants grow long enough, they get fairly big, and they'll actually be able to get roots through the fabric. So the key is to not let them get very big, to kill them, or to pull them before they really get big, or else they will damage the fabric. I think we'll just lay this out on the driveway to dry out, I guess. All right, we got most of the fabric pulled up now, and you can see where all the holes in the fabric was, but it's mostly bare dirt. So we ended up laying the fabric out on the driveway so it could dry out a little bit. And you just wait and see. The wind is already starting to pick up. By the end of the day, all this fabric will probably end up being wrapped around all the trees in the orchard. So we've got 2 raised beds on this side. I've got another raised bed over there, and we're gonna go ahead and tear those out, and we're gonna transfer all of the topsoil and use it to fill in all the raised beds around the perimeter. And I want to get rid of them for 2 reasons. One, raised beds seem to need a lot more water. They dry out quicker. And 2, it's kind of a pain to put this fabric around these raised beds and keep it weed free. We've actually put boards and screwed it to the side down here to pinch that fabric to try to prevent it. It's just a lot of extra effort to try to put the fabric around it and keep the weeds out. So I think it'll be a lot nicer when we just have fabric going all the way across, and I think we'll have less weeds to pull. So we're gonna go ahead and start tearing out the rest of this, and then we're gonna bring the tractor in here and see if the tractor can help us, move these beds and topsoil. You can see how we've pinched that fabric against that raised bed to try to keep weeds out. It's just a lot of hassle to try to go to all this effort. Well, Rebekah found her favorite animal, and it is going to go in a hole. And there goes the snake, it's gone. Rebekah hates snakes, and she's pointed out that underneath this fabric she thought there was a bunch of snake holes. So like, there's a hole, and there's a hole, there's another hole, there's probably, I don't know, there's probably at least 10 or more snake holes, or what appear to be snake holes, under the fabric. And Rebekah hates snakes. So I didn't want to mention that earlier today because I'm afraid she didn't want to help me. So at least we got most of the fabric up now. So we had a pile of fabric over in this corner, and I went to pull it out, and I was trying to straighten it out, and I ended up flinging a snake up into the air, and he crawled up under this fabric right here. He should still be here. But it was a shock to the system when you sling one of these snakes up in the air. That looks like the same one that was just here a minute ago. Yep. Go away, snake. There's the mama duck. Looks like she only has 3 babies now, so she must have lost one. Hopefully they stay living. So fast forward 2, maybe 3 hours later, and we have weeded the garden beds along this side. So we saved you the boring part, and now I think we are ready to try to get these raised beds moved and get them all, the dirt at least, transferred in there. But the first thing we need to do is the weeds that we pulled are right here in the bucket of the tractor. So we're gonna haul that off to the compost pile, and then we got to roll this fence back over here so that we can get the tractor inside of the garden, because we're going to use the tractor to help move all this dirt. So Rebekah's been running the tractor today, so she's getting used to using the loader. I didn't realize it the other day, but the throttle adjusts automatically as you push the pedal. So the farther she pushes the pedal, it'll automatically rev up the engine. I didn't even realize it did that. Makes it real handy. There is a chance of rain this afternoon. It's getting a little bit of dark clouds. Hopefully we can do this without getting wet. Well, she's never really used a loader before, so we'll see if she can figure this out. She's taking it nice and easy. Rev up the engine just a little bit. I said rev the engine up just a little bit and your loader will work quicker. We may have to do this fairly quickly because it is starting to sprinkle. Oh, it's a bad thing about this fencing. It kind of grows into, the grass grows into it. Oh. There we go. There's good. That's good. Oh. Yeah, it's a lot better than doing that by feel. Oops. So I showed her how to put it in float. Now the bucket's just gonna skim across the ground, hopefully. Pick that up. Curl up a little bit. Keep going. Okay, now scoop it up. Curl, curl, curl the bucket. Now lift. Oh, yours is about to fall apart. Don't let it drop on your foot if it breaks. There she goes. She getting the hang of it. So the last raised bed is this little 4-foot square one. I forgot to weed this one, but we'll see if we can get the dirt out of here moved too. This one's the heaviest probably because these are 4x6 timbers. Oh.
Maybe we can just
Slide it. Oh, digging in. This is like some of the darkest soil that we have right here. Not a ton of dirt there, but might as well have it in the raised beds because it's pretty good stuff. Oh, piece of fabric. Oh, it must have had fabric under it. Yep, it did. Yep, I must have put fabric under it when we put that in. There it is. Well, we've got 3 raised beds right here, and 2 of them are pretty well empty. They're old. She has decided to go ahead and tear them out as well. So I must say she has the tractor bug because once you get on here and you start tearing stuff out, you don't want to stop. Yeah, spinning her tires. So your wheels were spinning, or at least this one wheel was spinning, that's why you weren't going anywhere. So this right here is your differential lock. If you push down on that with your foot, it'll make both of the tires spin and you might be able to dig in a little better. Okay, curl down a little bit. More. Okay, now try coming forward. Okay, I think you're under it. Go ahead and try to lift. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's rotten. Coming apart. Okay, now pull down. There, you got it. You're pushing on it now. You can try. You've moved it. You're under. You're just playing.
maybe.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Here, show them how you like your chin scratched. Maya. Hey. Maya. She likes right at the tip, right here. Right. She was like
She's
showing
not going to cooperate
me.
for you
I know.
to now. She's being camera shy.
Yeah. Here, I'll give you some grass. Look. She likes right here scratched. She was like, oh, I got my fingers in her mouth. Right there. You were like showing me your teeth. You're like, that's a good spot to be scratched.
Oh, it's getting real dark now.
Big rain cloud coming.
Yep. Well, at least we did get it done. It only sprinkled on us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we got what we wanted to get done today. So we weeded I think we've got a total of 4 or 5 raised beds weeded, and then we moved those other 3 raised beds.
Yep.
And we got all the fabric up, and now we're ready to start. We'll come in here with the tractor, maybe next weekend with a tiller, and we'll put some stuff in the garden. We'll put the rest of the compost in the garden. We'll try to till that all in and get everything amended. And then hopefully we can start putting our new fabric down and get our garden planted for the year. But we're always behind on the garden. We always have good intentions.
Well, this is a busy time of year, always.
Yes, and we've been very, very busy.
Yes.
I've even been working every night after work. So, till dark, trying to catch up on things. So, yeah, we always have good intentions, but it seems like it's always about May before we get our garden planted.
Yep.
So, hopefully we can get it planted and have plenty of garden vegetables. So, but anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. Rebekah got to drive the tractor. She's drove the tractor, but that was the first time she really got to, instead of just like carrying stuff around, I'm being licked. I'm being licked by Maya, aren't you? But that's the first time she got to really use the loader to dig. She's trying to lick your face.
She wants to be on camera. She wants
Yeah.
to do the goodbye.
Yeah.
You want to say that's it for this video, guys? We'll see you next time.
But yeah, so I think there at the end, I think you liked playing around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the longer I ride it, the more I get used to the controls.
And you will. It'll
Yeah.
come second nature. Like when you first get on like a backhoe or a loader or anything like that, everything's always seems wrong and it seems weird, but you'll get used to it after a while. But yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
She's got to get that grass.
Yeah, she's eating through the fence, through
Yep.
the gate.
Say goodbye. Oh, yeah. Gave me a nice lick on the face.